Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Game number 1 in this best of 3 is going to be Strike Zone Domination, Las Vegas Gaming taking on Reloaded. And taking a look here, we are going to have 3 vectors coming out of Reloaded, and on the other side...
is that a Remington?
Yeah, this is...
How many... is that 2? Is that 2 Remingtons?
Maeve... I've seen it all.
Yeah, well, yesterday...
At this point, I'm just kidding.
Yesterday we saw, what, two Bulldogs?
The two Bulldogs is okay. Strike Zone, as fast-paced of a map as it is, you don't see many
I'm not entirely sure Myrtleize is actually playing right now. And no, he will pick up the kill there by being just phenomenally sneaky, standing in the courtyard for approximately 30 seconds.
I've seen it all. But so Strike Zone Domination, in case you're brand new to this, you want to capture 2 flags, kind of hold it down. You get a point for every 5 seconds if you hold a flag. If you hold 2 flags, you get 2 points, and so on and so forth. So when you see a trip cap, it's always impressive.
And just for clarification here, in case some of you fans are familiar with these teams, Rockstar, Myrtleize, Fulgur, and Trigga will be Las Vegas Gaming. Lokes, Tally, Tokes, and Lambo will be Reloaded. I know they have a little RL there, which makes it pretty obvious, but I just wanted to point that out.
It could have been Ricky Lucier. They could be Team My Brother.
Yeah.
No one gets that. But Tokes is going to be taken out on board with Tally. There's going to be a guy to his left, and down he goes as well. And taking a look here, Lokes is kind of on a 3-point spree. That's really about it. Other than that, it's really a close game, and the rotations have been a little bit odd. We saw like 2 ARs off the rip, which is something you never really see, and he's actually still carrying an AR. You could see him wielding it, so I wonder when he's going to make that switch.
One thing you talk about in Strike Zone, especially small maps like this, is when you're one cap, the biggest thing is to stick together, try and rotate out together, push a cap together. Yep. And, you saw, interesting enough out of Reloaded Gaming, they basically pushed 1 out closet, 1 out kitchen, and 2 out towards A. So pretty much split across the entire map there, which, it can work out from time to time, but it's definitely a little bit harder to win those battles and push specific cap.
Well, when you're looking at this right now, there is going to be a gunfight. Lokes is going to go down. His teammate will be able to clean him up, and now they're forced to hop on A. But as you can tell, the rotation now, their opposition does have a 2 cap. So we're going to jump on board with them and see what's going on with Las Vegas Gaming.
Yeah, Myrtleize, if he sticks in this kitchen, he should get an engagement, just not able to react quick enough there, as Tokes will pick up the kill. On board here with Fulgur. No one really top wit. Oh, he's going to pick up one going up top. Catwalk, nice shots there at him.
Yeah, and he's got a good rotation here. He's going to push through. There is going to be one guy. Oh, I thought he
little drop shot, like a little TP-esque there, able to take him out. Basically a tie game here as we hit the halfway mark in the first side.
Myrtleize has one, has another one, cleans him up. Nice little 2-piece there. His teammate's going to hop on the flag, and it's all up to Tally.
Oh.
So the 2 AR strategy has kind of paid off for him so far, but they have made the rotation, they have made the switch, and will he get the 2-piece? No, he doesn't.
Let's say, I imagine at this point they've switched over to subs. You'll see, especially depending on your spawn, when you have that guy that will spawn courtyard side and be able to watch that rotation to A. Having a Remington off the break can be very nice sometimes, but yeah, more often than not, you'll see 4 sub play here.
Yeah, and to be honest, Reloaded is kind of, their rotations are just a little bit slower than Las Vegas. Every time you see kind of Las Vegas get a flag and then they lose one, they're already hopping on a 2 cap here, whereas Reloted's really slow to it.
Well, 3 players just rush out of B. A player was able to sneak right in through kitchen and get that set up. So just a little bit of a miscommunication, not really watching all their gaps.
This is a trip cap, Raj.
And yeah, that will be the first trip cap of the game. As you can see, there are 3 players by A. One got a kill at B. Nope, he's got to fight at B. They might switch this into a 2 cap in their favor pretty quickly.
And he has a guy, down he goes, jumping on board with Tokes. Tokes in the middle of nowhere, so we're going to go ahead and switch on board with Lokes. They're just trying to give me word salad right now.
Oh, yeah, Tokes and Lokes. But so far, they're both get it done. 7 and 6 with 5 caps and 11 and 9 for Tokes. So really doing the slaying job for their squad right now. They have a 2-point lead here, just over 60 seconds left. Tally is going to be able to secure A. So they will have this 2 cap. They were kind of stuck in this position, actually. They were stuck at B for a little bit early on in the game. We'll see if they can lock down the members of Las Vegas Gaming.
And Tokes is having a big game here, 14 and 10, really kind of putting the team on his back. Has 10 deaths. He's forced 24 interactions. On a map like Strike Zone, it's all about forcing gunfights. And if you're winning the majority of them as well, you're doing your job for your team.
Yeah, that's what, you'll hear pro players say. A lot of times, the average person might think, someone that goes 25 and 20 is better than someone that goes 30 and 30. Not really so much in a lot of these maps. I mean, if you're forcing 60 engagements with the other team, it is absolutely huge for your squad.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, you take into consideration the specialist bonus that you're not giving them with all the vector play. Yeah. You stop people from getting quick draw. I mean, quick draw on the vector right now is absolutely gnarly. It just doesn't make sense here. But in the final 10 seconds, we are going to have a little bit of a close game here. It started off, I thought it was going to get ugly.
I'll be honest with you, this is the closest game that we've had the pleasure of casting, at least so far, in the open bracket. The first round of winners is usually tough. There's pretty lopsided matchups, but this is going to be the first losers bracket game that we did, so they should be relatively close in skill, and that's at least reflecting in the score.
Tally now. And in case you guys aren't familiar with the open bracket here, so 4 teams out of 192 are competing for 4 spots to make it into the MLG COD League Season 3. So there's a lot on the line here, but more importantly than that, there's also money on the line. So this team being in losers bracket round 2, they have a long journey to make it into that Season 3.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hike. Fulgar will be able to get the first kill there on Lokes. Again, if you are just tuning in, lead barely anything, just 6 points right now for the members of Reloaded. They actually started down early on. They were 2-cap for a bit inside of B, but able to bring it back over the second half of the game, and they do have 2-cap control right now. I like this play. I thought he was going to go put a little pressure on C, but you can see all their players basically pushed out courtyard towards A.
Yeah, and we always see that the pro shot push is so long because it takes like 15 seconds to get all the way to A. Traditionally, you want to see the teams go from C into closet. There's some times where it makes sense to go A, but dude, Lokes is single-handedly holding A flag. Has one. Can he spot the other one? There's going to be a guy coming up top courtyard. There's going to be another one coming through the bottom courtyard, and I think he's sniffing him out. His teammate got killed, and he's going to have an engagement. He is playing awesome.
Yeah, well, BA is pretty much what's become kind of the preferred control here, at least for a lot of the top teams. The main reason being that you'll see that is because if you have like one player in closet, one player on A, they just line up. You can get so many easy kills. You can have one player defend from 2-3 players sometimes.
And Tokes now is going to try to hit the rotation. He's going all the way to C. We did see as Las Vegas is going to hop on B, and now they're trapped in B. This is looking perfect for Reloaded Gaming here, as now one player is going to be forced to watch his closet. It's going to be Tokes, as he's going to be capping C. Dodges that no trophy system there, but luckily he's got Blast Shield.
Yeah, and this is legitimately like the opposite of the start to the first half. I mean, this is a position Reloaded found themselves in, trapped at B, and now they're flipping this on them. Tally going to be able to pick up 1 kill. There is a player on C. His teammate Top Catwalk should be able to help him out. He's got to finish that kill. He will take him out before he gets the neutralization.
Yep, now Tokes is set up very well. He's going to be watching the kitchen, and they're still trapped in here. Notice how they're not pushing in. This is exactly what you want to do because, nice 2-piece there. But by not pushing in, you don't give them that fluky spawn on the outside. You keep them trapped in bar. Fantastic play.
Yeah, he pushed in at the end there, but was cleaned up pretty quickly. It didn't affect the spawn. Everyone will be spawning inside of B, and they've got good map position to keep them locked down here. It's so hard to break out of B, especially if you have someone pre-zoomed with a vector.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny how the stairs actually become a head glitch too when you come out of bar, which it's always hard shooting down, and then you give the advantage of a head glitch too. It's very, very difficult to win those battles on A1 and A2. Up, killed his teammate.
Yeah, got a little trigger happy there. Will get a kill, but also take out his teammate and Tally. Got another one coming outside of bar. That was Myrtleized. He was able to clean him up. You can see via the ever so sweet Oracle mode that he is going to have another player coming. He's only got 21 bullets left in this clip, though.
And will he make him count, though, Maven? He's 1 trigger pull away. Gets the assist. There is going to be another guy rounding the corner. His teammate calls him out, and this is a slaughter. They are going to continue to spawn in on B. This is amazing gameplay here from Reloaded.
Well,
I mean,
you just don't really see. I mean, at least when we're talking at like the championship bracket level, or when we're doing the league matches. This is probably the longest 2-cap I've ever seen.
By
for the games we've been doing recently, the rotations are so quick; it's constantly changing.
Yeah, and look at Lambo. Lambo has 1. Can he make it 2? He doesn't get any of them. Actually, Tokes now is going to hit the rotation. There's going to be 2 guys hopping on C. Minute 40 left on the clock. Has 1. Can't make 2. Tally now is going to push on B, and now they are going to be rewarded with B, as the enemy will be spawning all over at C on your mini-map.
Yeah, they have at least a 2-cap going here, so they'll be able to flip this pretty darn quickly. But that's good news. I mean, as there's only 90 seconds left, this is going to be very difficult. They'd basically need, a 3-cap from like right now in order to win this one.
Yeah.
It was just a really good job by Reloaded. I mean, that was we were talking about how close it was in the first half. They locked it down here on this second side.
Yep, Tally now has 1. And A little bit crazy shots at first, cleans it up, has another guy, challenges like he's aches, just jumps out at him, and he's just going to get killed.
The hazard barrels there, I think, took more bullets than the opposition there in that engagement. He was able to finally take him down. Under a minute to go here. Just looking at the KDs, I mean, the KD pretty much tells the story of the second half. It was pretty even over the first side, but now they plus 10, plus 8, plus 7, and plus 1. So the entire team is positive. That's tough to beat.
Tally now knifes the guy right in the buttocks. There's a guy sitting around bar. This is a very, very good game one for them as well. I mean, you're in losers bracket round 2. You're on the feature station. You have a little bit more pressure. I mean, that feature station's raised up off the ground about 2 or 3 feet, and there's monitors, 8 monitors directly above you, so everyone around you can see. So if you want to make a name for yourself, you want to be on the feature station.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not super familiar with these two teams. I don't know how much experience they have at MLGs, but I know when you have 192 teams, typically it's a lot of first-time events for a lot of players. And I know. I mean, just going back to my first event, when I had to play on main stage the first time, I was shaking.
Right.
It could be pretty nerve-wracking for new players.
I mean, it's just scary.
Yeah.
And that's when we're back then with 40 teams.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Denial stepping in that booth versus Optic Gaming, that's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
That is my nightmare.
There were probably 20 spectators watching. I think it was 05 Seattle. Yeah, there's 20 people watching as well.
Yeah, and of course you got to make the biggest jackass of yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, completely. But we'll end up being, a 46-point victory there for Reloaded. Yep. Great job bouncing back after a rough kind of beginning to the first side for them, but S&D could be a completely different story. Not too familiar with the playstyles of these guys, but we've seen at least yesterday. I know we'd see 100-point victory in the game 1 dom, and then a close game 2 S&D. So who knows what to expect here?
Yep. So we're gonna have to a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 2.